Hello and welcome to the new episode of Senioritis. I'm here with my co-hosts Maria Wood and Liam Murphy, and we're going to start our episode with, obviously we got rid of the mask now, so how do you guys feel about it so far? We've had about a week, right?
I'm
week or two?
stoked. This is our second week back, and I honestly think because when did we come back with them, or without them?
We came back right after.
Right after February break.
The February 28th.
So to think, and what's today's date? March 10th? Yeah. So to think that 2 years ago, 3 days from now, 2 years ago, our entire lives changed and now we are almost back to normal. It's kind of crazy because I remember walking in, seeing the lunch tables, seeing about a good 99% of the school population without them. It was weird. It was definitely a weird feeling at first because I was like, okay, I haven't seen you in 2 years like I remember you, and yeah, you're still the same person, but like, you don't have a mask. It was like that almost close to normal, like COVID is still going on, but it's almost like its own little world where it's like, okay, things might be changing back.
Yeah, definitely, because, we all remember like 2 years ago, we got an email saying that like school is going to be online for like 2 weeks, and then like we got like into the month of March, and then they'll say like they're going to do it for like a couple more weeks. But then they tell us it's going to happen for like the end of the year.
They wiped it.
Yep. And then we did the like 2 or 3 day schedule at the beginning of our junior year.
It was 2 day.
Yeah. Because, people from like A to M, I think it was.
Green and Wave.
Yeah, Green and Wave.
The ABC cohorts.
Yeah, the Green Wave cohorts. Yeah, I remember that. But now that I look at it, I'm kind of happy in a way because now I can like see like your facial like expressions. But in a way, at the beginning, I felt like I was committing like a crime or something.
Yeah, no, I remember like I always had that thought, and even that first day when I was driving to school, I was like, wait, like I forgot something. Like the mask is not on my face. Like people said it, like they felt naked without it. So
I do. Like the first week or so, I was like every 5 seconds, and then I remembered. So it's also like so weird. I hate to say it. There's some people that I didn't know were really, really ugly.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I take that for granted.
You know what I mean, though? Like, your eyes only tell so much, and you can't actually tell the facial structure of someone's face until you see, like, the rest of it.
Until you see, like, the little, like, stuff from, like, you can't even tell, like, they're smiling or not.
I know, it's weird. Like, you can barely tell, but, like, almost not. I'm glad that we got rid of them, though, because I've been dying to go back to the normal cafeteria tables.
Yep, that was my biggest thing, too.
I feel more comfortable, like, walking around, too. I feel like with the desks, there's so much, like, restriction for movement, and now there's so much more space, I can just get up and walk around and talk to whoever I want, and go up and get, like, snacks, spoons, whatever I need.
Yeah.
So, what did you guys do over February break?
I can't even remember now.
It was 2 weeks ago.
I cannot even remember. I'm pretty sure I did nothing.
Really?
Mostly nothing.
That's good, though. We needed a break.
Yeah.
We definitely needed a break. This is not going to be in chronological order by any means, but I went skating. That was definitely an interesting time.
Good.
I went skating in Bridgewater. We got ice cream. It was like 30 degrees out, which was funny. Typical New England activities.
There you go.
Yeah, so we went skating. I went to the movies and saw that new Tom Holland movie,
Spider-Man?
Uncharted.
Oh, Uncharted. All
Uncharted, the one with him, Mark Wahlberg, and Rudy Ponco. Big three names right there. What else did I do? I think those were the big two. I had track practice. Same old, same old.
What about you?
Again, I'm pretty...
Nothing. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, I just basically was like just staying home really because there wasn't really like a lot to do for me.
That's good, though. I feel like we needed something like that. Like, Christmas break is always so hectic for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because you have to go see family, and you just feel pressured to see this person, go to this party, blah, 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 blah. But February is more of downtime for a lot of people, at least. I went up north for a few days.
Oh, good.
I thought it was going to suck because they canceled a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They canceled, like, ice castles. They canceled, like, some, like, skiing on mountains. They canceled, like, tubing and stuff.
Where'd you go? New Hampshire?
I went up to Loon, around that area. Do you guys know where that is?
Is that in New Hampshire?
My mother's calling me. 1 second.
All right, good.
Yeah, but I still had a good time, though. We went out, like, shopping a little bit, went to a couple restaurants, so I had a good time, and I definitely needed to not worry about school or anything for a while, especially college stuff too.
Yeah.
A lot of people spent time during Christmas break worrying about college stuff, as well as that weird COVID outbreak people had.
Oh, yeah.
during
Yeah.
break. There was none of that.
Going back to, kind of backtracking to the mask thing, there were a lot of people, and I do not blame them at all, and it might have been smart for like me to even do this, even though obviously I'm fine in here with you guys right now. But to think about what happened after December, and I don't know if you guys were a part of the outbreak, I got COVID, but to think about what happened after Christmas break when you had 90%, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say that, like at least 90% of the school population out with COVID, I think it was a smart move for a lot of people that wanted to still wear masks for that that first week. I don't blame them at all, because if you think about it, nobody wants that to happen again. Like, I think a lot of people thought we were on the brink of going back to hybrid because there were so many people out. And so that like last week of like insurance kind of to, for lack of a better term, was like a good move on a lot of people's part. Because after last week, I saw a lot of people this week without masks, and I noticed that.
Oh yeah, true. Like the more we keep going on without them, the more and more people are starting to like feel more comfortable, feel safer, blah blah, whatever. You know, that kind of thing. So that is that.
Yep. Speaking of things going back to normal, we've been having a lot more progressive moving prom conversations.
Really?
I think that's my biggest indicator of a sense of normalcy, because I thought we were going to lose that forever.
Really?
I really did.
Oh, I was hoping that we weren't.
Well, when COVID first hit, I was like hopeless. I was like, okay, we're not having this, especially because we're juniors next year. And
True. I mean, I knew last year we wouldn't have one, but I was confident that this year we'd be able to. Plus, we're having that and senior reception both in the same year, which I think is going to be fun. Do we still have to dress up formally for the senior reception? Not as much as prom, right?
I've heard, nobody quote me on this, I've heard things that it's going to be kind of cookout style at Riley Field. So like a senior, what's the word? Not get together, almost like a barbecue kind of. But I don't know if that's the definite plan. So that's just things that I've heard mentioned. If anyone wants to find out, you can obviously talk to class officers and Mr. DePrizio. But if it's like senior receptions we've had in the past, then yes, we would get a venue. Girls wear their dresses kind of like homecoming style, like homecoming or semi. They're shorter dresses. Guys don't wear suits, but like you dress up in like a polo shirt or tie or whatever. And that's like the other option. So I'm not really sure, but I've heard those two things.
Oh, okay. Because
I hope there's going to be like a good selection of food at least.
Oh yeah.
if it is barbecue food, I'll be excited. Literally, Starcaster Swan is like right up Route 18, right down the street.
I never had.
You've never had that?
I never had.
Neither
that.
That's like a new.
It's not new. It's like relatively
It's
new.
fairly new, and I thought that when it was new, everyone like ran to go try it because
Never
I
tried
think
it.
it's good. Maria, you would like it. Guaranteed you would like it. More of an excuse to get it. Also, are the food trucks coming back?
They should be every Wednesday.
We should get the food trucks for our prom.
My favorite thing at those food trucks, it was a yellow truck. I think it was called Time Traveling, but like the spice, like THYME. And they had this Mexican street corn thing. It was literally, it was simple. It was corn, feta cheese, or no, maybe it was like this like crumbled mozzarella. I forget, but one of those two. Flamin' Hot Cheetos for some reason.
Oh my God.
You guys know what tahini is? It's like that like red pepper. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a big Latin food staple. It had fresh lime. Oh, and then tater tots for some reason. I don't know why, but it was so good. So that was my favorite. But I hope the food trucks come back.
There's some sandwich I remember getting. I forget what it was, but it was delicious. It was good. Why can't we have that for? What is even the food for prom? Do you know?
I want to say, so it's, we either get it catered or it's like through the venue itself. So in our case, it'd be Indian Pond. I remember when I went to prom as a freshman in 2019.
You went. Hold on. You went to the prom your freshman year.
Junior prom.
Yes, I went to junior
alright.
prom. Junior took me as their date.
Okay.
It was kind of like your typical like more upscale food. So I think they had like chicken broccoli ziti. They might have had chicken parm.
Like meatballs and stuff like that.
Meatballs, yeah, all of that stuff you can pick from, and desserts like cookies and cupcakes.
Oh, that'll
okay.
probably go then.
I'm excited for the
You
food.
got Italian food. I'm going.
Yep.
Definitely. Anything else? I'm so upset I couldn't go to the prom committee meeting. Was it yesterday? Did you guys do anything new?
Prom committee. So right now we're kind of in the planning phases of, because junior prom is right after ours. We have April vacation, and then we come back, and it's their prom. I forget, it's April 29th, so I forget what day of the week that is. But we are trying to get our info first so that just in case there are any juniors going to our prom, they can get that information and not have to worry about like stressing about their prom and ours. We're getting packets out next week. Packets are due, I think, a week later, and then once everyone's pretty much gotten their packets, then tickets are going to be sold. And you need that packet with your behavior contract and everything to obviously get into prom.
The behavior contract, you mean like no inappropriate dancing or anything like that?
That kind of the dress code, which everyone abides by anyway, like the long dresses and the guys in suits and everything.
Yeah.
And then I think there's like a couple more things. There's a seating chart because obviously it's a big venue and there's 10 seats per table, I think. So you have to reserve who you want to sit with, and it's this whole thing where you have to write, say if I want to sit with you two, you guys would have to write my name too.
That's scary. I'm afraid I'm gonna like
It's a very
wind up at like the loser
process.
table or something.
There's that. There's a page about anyone else going. So if you're bringing someone from like any other school, you have to give them a sheet. And then there's something else if your date's 19 or older.
What's the age limit?
Probably like 22.
22?
Which I highly doubt would happen, but
There's some crazy cuckoo people.
it's either
who would
22 or 20. I wouldn't be surprised if it was lower than 21.
I feel like it's at least like 20 or 21 because
Because 20 is a sophomore in college.
Yeah.
So
They don't want like people bringing in like alcohol or anything like that.
yeah.
I feel like
I've never
too.
been in that situation, so I wouldn't know.
not
Like,
yet, anyway.
and like I said, it hasn't happened too much. There's really hasn't been like people. Most common occurrence is juniors bringing their boyfriend, girlfriend, who's like a freshman in college, or if it's senior prom, same thing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm excited.
I'm very
hope it
excited.
turns
I've
out
seen
good.
all the dresses. I can't wait to see like the rainbow of colors all during Grand March.
I didn't post mine.
I didn't either.
Really?
Nope. I'm not gonna either.
Really?
Haven't even done mine yet.
Oh yeah. What color's your dress? Pretty.
I haven't even done one
like
yet.
a hot Barbie pink, right? I remember seeing it somewhere. Jamobi's getting in a red pinkish suit.
Really.
He showed me today.
Oh no.
It's actually nice.
Like the suit itself, like the jacket. It's like if this is the jacket, the
jacket
is
and
pink.
pant. It's like not like no, not like bright pinks. Like it's very like dull like colors, but it's nice.
Oh, all right.
I can't wait.
And then he'll appear everywhere,
yeah,
like we said he
like
does.
a highlighter.
It's like I'm one of the voting thing, best dress.
Yeah. Oh my God, vote Shimobi for best dress.
No, I did not vote
That's
for him.
another topic. Oh, so I believe it was either last episode or I think it was 2 episodes ago. We talked about superlatives.
We talked about that wasn't out yet. We talked about the senior packet.
Yeah. I
So
said something about the
superlatives.
senior
We're
package,
now
yeah.
in our final voting phases. Our voting phase closes March 14th, which is next Monday, I believe. And there's definitely, I want to say there's 72 things to vote for. So
Around 70.
yeah, so you guys know how it was done. For our audience, we voted the first round, and then top 3 to 5 people for every single topic, and that included students and teachers, were voted into a final round of voting. And people could get voted for multiple superlatives. I'm up for 5 superlatives. Ryan Tobin's up for a bunch of superlatives. So is Eddie.
Eddie Riley has to be on like a lot of those.
Yeah.
I think I voted for him for like best eyes or something.
Yeah, it's funny because some of the people that were voted multiple times for different superlatives were also voted for most likely to be upset over not getting a superlative.
Or like
Yeah.
senior who still hasn't like had their permit yet, or like scariest driver.
Scariest driver.
Oh my
That's a funny
God.
one.
A lot of the people were good sports. Like the people that got nominated for scariest driver were good sports about it. Like they encouraged people
They were like, yeah,
to
vote
vote
me.
for them. Hey, this car accident I got into, vote for me.
That's my campaign right
That
there.
is my campaign.
Remember that accident I gave you that sent you right into the hospital? Yeah.
That was
good.
me.
That was
Vote
me.
for me.
Vote me for worst driver.
All right, I
Oh my
vote for you today.
We'll take a maybe less dangerous
God.
route to campaign, but no, it's going to be a good time to see who gets what. Because I feel like yes, there's definitely going to be some that are like, okay, yeah, we saw that coming, but then there's going to be the people who might be shockers on the ballot and they actually win, and I cannot wait to see that.
I have to see this for myself.
I'm nervous. I'm up for 3, and I don't feel confident in any of them. I'm up
I
against,
think aren't you like most artistic in one of them?
yeah, but I'm up against. Have you met Ciara Montero? Have you ever met her?
That's a
know
good
the
point.
name.
That is a good point.
I know the
very
name.
artistic.
She's incredible. But the whole thing is, like, I'm with her, Kamaya, and Sydney Brundage, and we're all, like, I think, at least, known for different types of art, mostly.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm decent at photography. Ciara does, like, these great paintings. Kamaya does, like, she posts them all the time, like cartoonist stuff that she spends
so
so
does
much
Sydney.
time on. Sydney does that, as well as Sydney's sculptures are
Yep.
so cool. So it's like, it's not even just we're competing at the same thing and you can put our works together and be like, this one's better than that one. We're all like doing so many different things with different medias.
Yeah.
So it's like, I want it to be fair. I literally told people to vote for everyone else but me. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but like I did. So anyways, I'm interested to see how that turns out.
Yeah.
So,
I think everyone is.
yeah.
I think what I've heard so far, because of like the best dressed thing, I voted for like Enver Amboy on that thing.
He is
Solid
dressed very
choice.
nice.
That is a solid choice. I like Enver's style.
But this is what I've been told. Aaron Gravel is like on the top.
That's
think
what,
he's gonna win?
Yeah.
I think he'll win against Jamobi.
Sarah Najati is absolutely wiping the floor, like obliterating me and poor Robiana. Like, and I was like, I know that I'm gonna lose because everyone just loves Sarah's outfits all the time, and I'm just like, I knew she won before I even like did anything.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, word. I don't really know Erin Gravel though.
I don't either.
I do.
My superlatives. I got nominated for 5. 2 of them were shockers.
You were the
Two of them were shockers. How? What do you mean?
So I got nominated for most athletic, which is the one I'm really kind of rallying for. That's the one I want the most.
I think I voted for you on that.
I got most, or not got, but I was nominated for most athletic, gym class try hard, which I think would be really funny if
That
I
is
won.
hilarious.
I voted
That
Drew
would-
Donovan for that one.
That would be so funny. Most likely to be upset over not winning a superlative.
You would be.
Most school spirit, which I won in 8th grade. So I'm hoping I can repeat again. And most musical. That was the one that threw me for a loop because, yes, I'm involved in the drama programs, but all the other candidates, correct me if I'm wrong, I think I'll remember all of them, but Hannah Johnson, Molly McLaughlin, and Damian Bartlett, which I don't really know. I mean, if people think she's a good singer, great, but like I know nothing about her involvement with music, so I can't really speak
She
for
sings
her.
me songs in Whole Foods Market all the time.
And she's a
But
good
I don't-
singer.
Well, she sings them ironically. but
Because like I didn't know that she like involves herself with music at all, so I was like, okay, that's cool that she's there.
I think she was in chorus before, but I don't know if she is now. But I don't think she's been in any of the
She was in
drama.
chorus class in the 8th grade.
She
or
was in
something.
chorus class when she was like 5.
Actually, she was in my chorus class in freshman year.
Oh, okay.
Well, there you go.
So
man.
there's her credit right there.
Hannah Johnson's like a good singer though. Like
She
I don't
is.
know
She's
her.
in the drama
She-
program,
she-
and
she
Molly's
does-
really good at all the instruments she plays.
What does Molly play? Do you know?
Guitar. I don't know if she does drums.
Like single snare or?
I'm not sure. Her big thing is guitar though, and I know
Okay.
she's good.
Because I play drum kit, but no one knows that, so it doesn't matter. I hope Alex gets Alex, or was it Alex?
Alex and Josh are going to
Yeah.
be the big contesties. Yeah, that's the right one.
honestly,
Contenders.
now that you said, I think Josh Whitman's a good like kind of like
He's good at
he's good on the guitar. Like
bass,
don't get me
too.
wrong, but you know Alexander, he's been like rocking it since like middle school at least.
He plays xylophone, piano, any type of percussion at all.
Yeah.
So like he can hit anything,
He can.
and just it sounds.
That's going to
like
be a
hit
good
something with a stick,
showdown.
and it's awesome.
Yup.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm still nervous, but I don't want them to be rigged because I feel like at some points in time
Yeah.
they were, if
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
I
what
I
I'm
mean, that's
referring
always going to
to.
happen. It's a high school thing. It's something where you put the choice in a high schooler's hands, and the results may or may not be skewed, but you know what? I think the results that we've gotten so far are
Yeah,
acceptable enough that I'm not complaining.
these ballots seemed so much more fair than the ones that I saw before.
Yep.
To be honest with you.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, and I know that like this is high school, and in the grand scheme of things in our whole lives, none of this really matters, and it doesn't mean much of anything. But I'm learning that like we only have a few months left, and might as well have fun with like the little things, and it is exciting to just like
2.5 months left to be exact.
2.5.
Don't be good.
So terrifying.
Do not
15
count. Do not
days.
count that.
Then what are we gonna do? Like,
We live
to
our
college,
lives.
I
We go to
guess.
college. We have the
I
best
forget
summer
all
of
of
our lives,
yours.
and we go to college.
true.
I forget all of yours and I go somewhere else.
It's gonna be so weird because Abington is definitely one of those towns where it is filled with the townies. Like for some reason, Abington is known for having people grow up there and then go to college, or they like come back and they just stay here and they keep having families, and that's how it works a lot of the time.
Well, yeah, because
There's so many people.
Abington's like a very nice, quiet town. My dad grew up here. He grew up here with like 5 other siblings and his parents up in North Abington.
Yeah.
At first I like moved around. Like I mostly lived here, but I also like lived in other places, but I stayed like in the school system.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely going to be weird going to college because we've grown up with like the same exact people. No one seems to move away. We all just have known each other since preschool, kindergarten, whatever.
Yep.
And it's just a whole new group of people of like thousands is going to be shocking, especially when we go to college.
It'll be a good
Whole new
time.
world, literally.
This is our last thing where we label each other, what we're remembered for, and then we go off. And the yearbook is
And then I forget
the
you.
yearbook is our legacy of that.
That's true. I'm excited. I've seen some pages of the yearbook. Like I've seen everyone's senior quotes too.
I cannot wait to see this.
Oh God.
Senior quotes, I'd love to see that.
Like I didn't hear of a lot of people's, but then I saw the list on like the Google form thing of just like everyone who uploaded it, and I just laughed for like a half hour because a lot of them were actually funny. Most people took like the funny route, I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't want to name anything because like even though we've literally
You don't want us to like spoil the surprise.
I don't want to spoil it, even though we've been giving first and last names for the past like
Yeah, we
10
kind of
minutes.
already.
Yeah, that's like stuck
We're
in your
past
mind right
that
now.
point.
We're past the point of like not naming names. We've done it. So it is what it is now. Do they do like superlatives, like anything like that? I mean, oh my God, prom king and queen. Do they do that at our prom?
I don't think they did.
Yes, they
Do they?
actually do. So that prom king and queen and the entire prom court to kind of get rid of that bias and that friend cliquey kind of thing. That's chosen by teachers.
Oh.
So it exists,
boy.
and it's going to be a thing.
But teachers don't know everyone. I don't
That's
know.
true. I remember when I went to prom though, it was a good mix. So I have trust in them.
Really? Homecoming court was good, I thought.
Yeah.
It was Brian and Zoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
King and
homecoming,
queen.
yeah.
It was solid.
I still didn't go to homecoming.
I did. That was pretty fun.
Okay, I almost.
It was the best one.
Yeah.
I
'cause
mean, I only had 3.
It was my only one.
Well, it's a good,
Really?
it was a good one that you chose to go to.
Yeah.
I think sophomore year just deterred me from going to one ever again.
That
And
happened
maybe
to a lot of people, and when they heard not what happened, nothing big happened, but how this one went, I think they were like,
Yeah.
dang, missed out.
Yeah. Okay. Do you guys have anything else to add? Prom? anything?
I've heard we had like a couple of commits too.
Oh yeah, the
College
last
commits?
thing. So that's what I was wicked excited to bring up.
Advertise your page.
Yeah, so this is.
She has
kind
a committing page.
It's kind of a not a self shout out, but I run the Abington College Commits 22 page. That's the tag for the.
Weren't you the first one on there too?
I was the first commit. So I wanted to start it because I was like, okay, I committed in November. I committed to UMass Amherst because I'm running track there and I knew where I was going. And I was like, wait, I've seen all of these other pages where my other classmates or where other people I know from different towns are committing and they're getting all these cool graphics with their school colors and their school mascot and what they're majoring in. And I was like, I can just create an email for that and make one myself. Create a little Microsoft form and then have everyone fill it out and I can make all of these personalized graphics. Because I love seeing what other people want to do for college and what they want to do for career fields. Because like we were saying, we literally might not ever see some of these people again. So to have like these little personalized things, I love doing it. And I want to say we have at least 10 commits. I've done them all in the past week, which I think is awesome. And they just keep rolling
I think you did
in.
at least like 9 or 10.
They keep rolling in. So I'm really glad to see that everyone's committing and they're asking, oh, can I get this picture? Can you make sure you put my major and put all of my school colors and everything? It's cool to see that people are hyped about committing and showing where their next steps are.
I also love being in people's business.
I
want to know.
I think that's an unsaid fact for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I've seen like, I've seen like Josh Whitman. He's going to Berkeley.
Best music school in the country.
That's what I've been told. Riley Curvels and Avery Pham going to Emmanuel College. Olivia McGuire going to UConn.
First commit there.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good college. My cousin actually goes there.
That's awesome.
Who else?
Jess Brooks just committed to UMass Boston. Liv
Dan
Lewis.
did too.
Liv Lewis committed to UMass Amherst.
I think
Dan's going to UMass Boston.
Mia Scarpelli's going to
Mia just committed to Assumption. She's our second athletic commit with me, and she's also doing cross country and track and field at Assumption, so that's awesome. Who else? We said Olivia. Audrey's going to Keene State. Gretchen's going to Salem State. Kelly's going to Central Connecticut State. Was that everybody?
That's all I've seen from the posts.
Maybe.
If I forgot to mention someone, I am so sorry, but you can go check out the page if you really want to know.
And upload to it.
Exactly.
If you have committed.
What about you? Have you decided yet?
Absolutely not.
She's decided on May 1st.
I've said before, I'm going to wait till last minute.
April 30th.
Yeah. I'm also waiting to hear back from a lot of schools. So.
I'm waiting to hear back from 2 colleges right now.
Where are you waiting to hear back from?
One is Stonehill, and the other one is the University of Notre Dame, which I'm supposed to be hearing from them by the end of the month.
Oh, wow.
All of mine I'm hearing from by the end of the month, which is terrifying. So I've just been sitting on my email waiting. I'm just like sweating every day.
Yeah, because I applied to 12 colleges, and I've been accepted to 10 so far.
Good for you.
Imagine.
I think one of them has to be the University of Alabama with the Crimson Tide.
Yeah. So you've gotten into all 10 so far, and you only have 2 left?
Only those 2.
Imagine how much of a flex it would be if you got into every single school you applied to.
That is a huge
flex. Let me tell you, Notre Dame, that's a stretch. It would take me a miracle.
That's your reach school.
That's my dream school.
Yeah.
My reach was
their
NYU.
acceptance rate, I looked this up, their acceptance rate.
It's like 2.
Not that low.
Not that low.
Not that low. Harvard's like
5 or
Harvard's like 5.
5 or 6, yeah.
Notre Dame was like 19.
Oh wow, that's low.
Oh. So even if you like have like straight A's like in your class, even I couldn't even get in. You would have to be at least like the top of your class.
It's a tough chance. I totally get that.
Definitely. Yeah. So we're running low on time. Anyone else have anything?
I think it's going to be exciting to see where these superlatives end up. I think we'll find out by next episode.
Next episode. We can talk about it then.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching Senioritis this week, and we will see you next week, hopefully, with a new episode. Thank you.